All right, it looks like we are live. Woohoo! Awesome. Our first time going not live but a pre-recorded video. We generally do a podcast and we try to change it up for 2022, do podcast and a live recording of the podcast. So if you're listening through our podcast platforms. If you want to see our mugs, especially Chris and Dee's beautiful mugs, you can go on to our YouTube channel and see us talking for the first time in 2022. And once we get our feet wet here, we're probably going to do a live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. So come join us. We'll probably have a live chat on there if you want to come say hi to us or even ask us questions. But gentlemen, it is good to be back. How was your holidays?
Very busy. It wasn't really a holiday, but it was good to see some family, I suppose. I
All
feel like
right.
I was like in a constant state of motion. I didn't really get to like sit down and enjoy them.
It went by too fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
For me, it went by perfectly because, when you work in retail, you just want it over with.
Oh yeah. Anytime you get off is perfect. It's like you just take what you get, really, and it doesn't go by too fast for you though. Like I feel like it'd go by fast.
Oh, it went
You
like a snap for
especially.
me. It was
Well,
like done.
December happened so quickly. It was like December 1st, and then all of a sudden it was Christmas Eve. I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe it's already January and we're into the new year, 2022, man. It's crazy how fast time's going by. As you get
2
older, I think it just goes
years.
by faster and faster. So
Yeah.
all right, like always, we always get into what we watched and what we got. So this is episode 49 for anybody who's listening and for people watching us for the first time. Episode 49. And yeah, so let's start off with D. What did you watch and what did you get? I don't know. It
I
might get into the spoilery of our first topic, right?
Yeah. I'll skip that. I'll skip that.
Okay. Well, what did you get after the fact? How's that?
So what I watched, I'll skip what we're talking about. I finished that Arcane show, League of Legends.
Okay.
I gave it a try. I was like, okay, I'll binge through it, and it got interesting midway.
Okay.
So it was just enough to keep me viewing it to the very end. I do like the animation. I like the fight scenes a lot. So I tip my hat to that animation team. The story is one you do have to focus on, and that was my
Mm.
problem. Like I treated it like it was a cartoon and I could just throw it on and just have a point A to point B story when really there was like many nuances and lore. It was very lore driven, very character driven. So I'm gonna give it another fair try. And then did the same thing with Young Justice, but they're on Mars. It's Megan and Connor, and they're
Is this still going on in that same zone?
I don't know. I'm only on episode 4. I gave up
Okay, yeah,
originally.
okay, yeah. I thought
I
you
hope
went
I
back.
hope I hope
It,
they stop that. I hope this isn't the whole season.
I hate to break it to you.
Ugh. Yeah, I figured.
I stopped after 5. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Out. Be later.
It's very political so far.
It's too much. It's like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? Like, this is nothing like season 1 and 2 at all.
No. And it's focusing on Superboy, Ms. Martian, and Beast Boy. I mean, I don't want to hate on anyone's favorites if they are their favorites, but I don't care about them solo. Like, I need the other members. Like, I don't.
Chris, you remember the live action Titans? Well, this is the animation version of that.
And you made it to episode 4.
Yeah.
I made it to 5. Can you congratulate me?
At the very least, I'll say this show is more cohesive, and there's not a lot of plot holes in this, so that's keeping me.
I don't need 5 episodes of Connor trying to get married to his love interest. I don't need 5 episodes.
Yeah.
1 is good. I'm good with 1.
We'll see. I'm gonna finish it. And then I'm watching a Canadian show called Mr. D. He's
Mr. D.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard
Oh
about
yeah.
that. I tuned in very, very late.
Yeah, it ended about 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think 8 seasons. So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
There's a new show coming out on CBC for us American folks that are wondering what the heck is that? It's a Canadian TV channel that we watch here. It's like your version of CNBC. right? Or no, CBS. Sorry, CBS. So we have CBC, and there's a new show called the Suburbs or the Burbs. You should check that out, D. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
It's one of the gentlemen from Kim's Convenience,
Oh yeah,
the buddy of the main
they
character.
call him Kimchi, but
Yeah, Kimchi. Yes,
I don't
yeah.
know his
He's
real
got his
name.
own show now.
Yeah.
It's called the Burbs or
Is it a
something.
spinoff?
No, it's not a spin-off. It's a
Okay.
brand new show. The girl from the dealership got her own spin-off.
Yeah, and I don't know if she has enough pull for me to be interested.
I don't think
in
so.
it.
I didn't
Okay.
watch this. I didn't watch a single episode.
Haven't they learned a lesson when they tried doing the spin-off show of the Clevelands?
Oh yeah,
that was good for like 2 seasons, I think.
that made it farther than I expected.
It did 2 seasons and it just bombed after that.
Yeah.
Anything else you watched?
That's it. If I did watch anything else, it wasn't worthy enough to remember. So,
Did you not watch The Matrix?
for 20 minutes
Oh,
Oh,
or however
that tells
long
you everything, folks.
the part where they make it to Morpheus and he puts on the sunglasses and it had like Windows effects. I was like, okay, I'm done here. Like they did this thing where they tried to be meta and they say things like, so in this world, Neo is a game developer and he made Matrix 1, 2, and 3 and it's made millions. And then they're in a boardroom. He's like, well, they said we can't make Matrix 4. If we decide not to, they're just going to go ahead and make it without us anyway. They're like being super self-aware. And I think people do that so they have the excuse of being sloppy and just lazy because they go, oh, we're totally self-aware. We did this on purpose. But in reality, I just didn't like it at all. Like,
See, you just describing that put me to like sleep almost. Like not the way you're saying it. It's the story that you're telling us of what this is about and how it unfolds. It's terrible as right there.
Like basically, Neo's back in the Matrix. People are trying to get him out, but Neo's this like famous video game developer who made the story of the Matrix.
This is a prime example of stop when you're ahead.
Yeah,
when you got 3,
and they say that too. They're like, "Oh, maybe we should stop over our heads." Like, well, WB said they do it without us anyway. Like, get it? Get it?
Are you sure they didn't do it without them anyways? The one thing I'm quite shocked, it must have been a good paycheck, but like if that is the storyline to the new Matrix, it's like, how did they get the returning cast? Maybe, I bet you anything, they didn't ask Lawrence Fishburne back. They probably gave him the script and he thought, what the hell is this? And didn't take the position.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Like Fishburne rejected that. He's like, nope, I'm good. I don't need to tarnish mine.
I don't even know if they did choreography because I later on, I was like, let's look at some fight scenes at least. And all Neo was doing was like force blasting. So it's like, did you even choreography a fight scene for him, or are you just relying on this like?
Oh my god!
You can't have a high expectation from the first 3 movies expecting that to carry you through a lazy reboot.
Well, even the 3rd movie wasn't that great. It was all right.
Yeah, it was like the ending to the series, which is where it should have stayed.
And this is worse than the 3rd movie. So if the 3rd movie already was subpar, and people are saying this is worse than that, that's a bad movie. Like,
and I don't like the like, oh, what were you expecting? Like, I don't need like a 10 out of 10 film. Don't get mad at me because I dislike it. I can tell you exactly why I dislike it. I wasn't expecting like it's just an Oscar nominated.
See, this is what I hate. This is what I hate when Hollywood goes, what were you expecting? Like, were you expecting 10 out of 10? No, what we're expecting is not garbage. If you're gonna brave up here and you're counting your dollar bills and you want to make a continuation of a classic, then you better bring it, because there's going to be criticism if it's not good. It's the same thing with the Ghostbusters, when they tried to bring the all-female cast in there. Well, nobody cares if it's all female or a male. They care about keeping that legacy of that franchise in good standing. And if you're going to bring a shit garbage script into it and make it terrible, then you're going to hear it from fans of that, that lore. You're going to hear people there who are passionate about Ghostbusters. There's a lot of Ghostbusters fans, so they're gonna tell you that it's garbage, and you can't just say, "Oh, because you didn't like women in there." It has nothing to do with women. Same thing with the Matrix. Matrix, what I've been hearing is they try to make, what is the main female's name in there?
Trinity.
They tried to make her center of attention. People are like, oh, you didn't like it because Neo had to take an equal step toward with her in the show. Nobody is saying that. The script is garbage. It has nothing to do with equality. You brought a terrible movie to everyone, and now you have to face it. You have to deal with it.
This is the problem with the times nowadays, is everyone will fish for something that is offensive to them. Because even in the first movie, Trinity was a powerful character. And even when Neo experienced all his newfound abilities, I still looked at Trinity as being equally powerful. It's people have to stop reading into things, and we get these movies for enjoyment. If you are looking for problems and issues, you're gonna find them.
Dee, what's your take on this whole, because I've been hearing that the director of Matrix was kind of upset at the backlash, and they were using this as an excuse, saying that people are not happy because Trinity got more equality in this movie.
I think here's what will always happen is I'm trying to collect my thoughts. So they always do this thing where like, you guys asked for this, we gave it to you, and now you're unhappy. I did not ask for that. Now what happened is
you didn't ask for hot garbage. Yeah.
What happens is people who are content with it are like, yeah, I got what I wanted, and then they stayed quiet. And then you hear all the upset people, they're louder. So like, oh, we're going to cater to the louder people now. And now you just upset all the previous people. You're not going to please everyone, and that's okay. But don't, after the fact, like, well, you asked for this and we gave you this. No, you gave one side of the pie what they wanted.
And then you alienated the major crowd, the fan base that was watching them from 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. So for me, like, hey, I don't like it. That's fine. I don't bring it up in conversations because it's a very sensitive subject to people. Like I don't want to spend 2 hours arguing with someone.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the agent also have a different character?
Yeah, he did, which was weird. And then the reason.
Can I just say one thing? He was so iconic in that trilogy. Yeah, was he not?
He was.
Yeah.
I just love when he goes.
They did this weird thing where they sprinkle in scenes from the old movie, but it's not like he was having flashbacks. They were just doing that thing that I was talking about, being meta. Like, he walks into the room and it shows a clip of old Agent Smith. Why? Because they walk into a room and then on the walls were projectors playing scenes from the old movie. Why?
Okay, we've seen that in the final movie when he's talking to the creator. If they would have been smart, this movie would have been, this new virus that has been developed and it's been entered into the Matrix, and it has nothing to do with the agents. It's an actual virus. That would have been cool.
It would have been. They break their own rules in this too. Like, for example,
I think we broke our own rules too as well. We veered off way out there.
Anyways, they broke their own rules.
Yes.
Like, okay. That's why I don't like it.
To run it up in a nutshell here, don't watch Matrix. Stay away from it.
I mean, or watch it and then talk to us about it if you like.
Don't spend any money on it. If you can get it, watch it at a friend's house, go for it. Let them spend the money. Anyways, Chris, Dee, did you get anything after Christmas? Don't talk about stuff you got during Christmas.
No, I didn't get anything yet.
Okay, Chris, go ahead. What did you watch and what did you get?
I kind of went back to 1995. I started rewatching. Yeah, no, actually, I don't. Because TV quality back then, because I'm watching Xena Warrior Princess.
Ooh. Oh, is that why you said? Did you send us a clip of?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
okay.
That was it.
I was like, why is this resonating in my mind? Why am I thinking about Xena? And I still continuously thought about it.
Yeah. After watching, I still enjoy the show. I loved it when I was a kid, and I used to watch it every Thursday night at 7:00. I've been rewatching that. I've been watching Friday the 13th series, not series, but the movie trilogy, and just a lot of relaxing. So not not anything too specific, just Xena.
Did you watch all the episodes of Xena?
No, I just made it to the second season, which
Okay.
is probably one of my favorite seasons.
How many
'cause,
seasons were there?
6.
Oh, you
Wow.
watch Hercules as well?
Sorry, Hercules?
Yeah.
Kevin Sorbo.
No, I don't know why. I'll probably find it and watch it. But I do love when they do the crossovers.
Yeah, that's
So
what I loved
there's-
too.
Is
and
that
then
is,
there's
is that the
sorry.
first? Is that the first superhero hookups? Like doing crossovers first time? Did we ever have that?
No, I think He-Man and She-Ra did it, but that
No,
was
but that's
cartoons.
animated though. This is live
Yeah,
action.
Live
right?
action?
That's got to be the first one, right?
I don't know. I
Probably.
can't. I don't know now.
If you're listening to us,
Let
head
us
over to
know.
Astonishing NR and our social media outlets and let us know the first live action crossover. It's got to be those two. Yeah, I can't think of
Probably
any.
most
Wasn't there
definitely.
like was there like an X-Files crossover or something?
X Files? There's only one X Files.
With something else though, like I don't know, Outer Limits and X-Files or something weird. I don't know. I remember X-Files
But they're
being
not
on,
superheroes though.
but I wouldn't call Xena a superhero
Oh,
either.
come on.
Oh my god.
What are
Have
you talking
even
about?
watched the show?
How
She
dare you,
throws
sir?
a ring that can kill someone
Her
and it comes
chakras.
back to her. Yeah.
And it comes. If that's not Captain America, what is?
Yeah. Where do you think they got it from? No.
Yeah, this is the first Captain Carter. Right there. All right. Anything else? What did you get besides Christmas stuff?
Well, what did I get? That wasn't Christmas. I got my tattoo, but that's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Tell us about that.
So I got the Dark Phoenix tattoo that I wanted, and it's not completely done yet.
You'll reveal it when it's done, right?
Well, for people who are watching, I can show you.
That looks
bit
so
of it.
badass.
Yeah,
Badass.
but I
Dark
still gotta get
Phoenix.
the Phoenix flames colored in, and I'll be doing that in March.
Nice.
But yeah, after the holidays, it's not so much getting anything because I got most of my stuff for Christmas, so I'll save that.
Sweet. All right. Anything else?
No. What about you?
I watched holiday stuff. You know, like the regular holiday movies and things. What else? Movie wise, I watched that Incanito or something like that. Enchantito.
Oh
The
yeah.
Disney. My kids wanted to watch it. I just fell right off it.
Oh, you don't like it at all?
That was 30 minutes of me trying my best to watch it, and then the wheels just came right off. I didn't even know what's going on, what's happening. It was just for me. It wasn't for me. My kids watched it to the end. I just kind of got on my phone, pretended I was watching it with them, and just like try to entertain them. But yeah, that was all right. What else? I watched just like 90s stuff, like you said, Chris. I was watching Seinfeld, and I watched Elf, all those stuff just to keep me up to date. I did watch Witcher, by the way, and I binged that thing fast, and that was such an awesome season. Season 2 is just wicked. I love it. It was great. Enjoyed it. Can't wait for season 3 to come out in 3 years, probably.
How long was the gap? What is this? Season 1, 2?
It was a
Season
2-year
2.
gap between the two.
Was that 2 years?
Because it was COVID, they had to stop production.
See, that's the thing with COVID is like you don't realize the time that's passed. I thought that just came out last year.
Yeah.
But that was 2020.
They had to halt production because that was the height of COVID at that time when they were starting to film season 2. Season 3, they did say that they're going to try to get it done as soon as possible, a lot faster. But I think they want to do at least 5 seasons, they said.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Luck.
He signed for it. Like,
Yeah.
he's all board. He's on board 100%, he said. It's not like he's doing a Superman movie anytime soon. Warner Brothers. What else? Oh, I did watch Cobra Kai. I watched that. I watched every single episode in one day with my kids because my son would not get off the couch until we watched every single episode. And I was sort of disappointed
Oh, really?
I was just like, I've seen this act already in the other seasons. I don't need to see it again and
Are him and
again.
Daniel fighting again?
Do you want to know? Because I need you to go through the pain that I went through.
I used to watch it like when it was just strictly on like YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I stopped watching. And then I saw like the previews for each season, and it was just like teenage Degrassi just drama. And I was like, okay,
Yep.
I don't know if I can do this right
It's
now.
like Degrassi with fighting. Fight Club meets Degrassi.
Honestly,
High.
I thought we're out of that stage in the season, and they just went right back into it.
Well, I saw a thumbnail promo pic, and it's Daniel and him.
Yeah, that's they
Okay.
sucked you in for that little 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then it goes right back to where it was again.
Okay.
It's just like, man, I don't need to see this again. So they have another season coming.
Does he turn into Cobra and carry the other guy away?
It's G.I. Joe Cobra Commander. Yeah. So what did I get? Well, okay. Anything besides Christmas? I got, for anyone who was watching us, I got this guy, and I'm in love with him.
Is that the one where he's got the photo?
No, not that one.
Oh no, okay.
Super 7 one.
Yeah,
right.
But this is the Mayfix brown Wolverine, and I gotta tell you, it's so good. This figure, like the claws, just are so much better. The actual articulation of him is a little bit sturdier on the shoulders. Just overall, way better than the yellow one that we got. Which sucks because I want the yellow one to be just as good as this one.
What suit do you prefer?
Oh, I was used to this suit because that's what I was with the comics. When I was reading the comics, he was with this suit on. I remember drawing him a lot in that suit. But then when Jim Lee and the TV show came out, I was just like, hey, I kind of like the new one now. To me, it's a toss-up. It's different eras. They're both
it's
good,
hard
though.
because they're two iconic looks. You know, you love it from the original, but you also love it because Jim Lee just changed up the colors and gave us, you know.
I just want to say that guy is one brilliant dude. Like, his attempts to change things and keep it, you know what I mean? Like, he makes new versions of suits, but he makes them cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not too many people could do that. Like, he's one of those guys. He's made Superman different, Batman different. Like, Dee, I don't know. Are you familiar? Like, do you like his changes or do you not like some of his changes?
I like them. I especially like his like facial designs.
Yeah, like he's one of those guys who's so iconic that he can change it up but not insult people, right? I mean, I'm just saying that from my opinion. Like, when he made updates to some of these costumes for these characters, I wasn't insulted. I was like, these look pretty cool, right? Yeah. Anything else? Well, I got the 3-pack of X Factor. I don't have it here with me. It's at the office, but the X Factor 3-pack. I got Johnny Storm without the flame on effect, and Sue Storm with the fully invisible.
Oh yeah,
I got those.
Just
were
don't
you guys
misplace her?
Where did she go?
Yeah.
She's lost, just like John Cena figure.
You know, oh my god. You know what you could do is for if you're gonna be reviewing that Invisible Woman, you could actually just pretend you're invisible and do the voice off air.
Don't spill our secrets here. Come on. What else did I get? I don't remember, but yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah. All right, shall we get into our first topic of the evening? It is Christmas haul, right? What do we get for Christmas? So we'll start off with D. What did you get?
No toys, surprisingly.
What?
I don't know if I got Amiibo for my Metroid Dread game.
Okay.
But mostly art stuff. Like, I got a lot of paintbrushes. Chris might appreciate these more, like the thin, fine line ones, so I can actually do eyes and like panel lining. I got one of those nerd magnifying glasses that Brad has that attaches to your desk, so when you're painting, you can.
Oh yeah, is it the glasses?
No, I don't have the glasses. It's just
I have the glasses.
Oh, you do? Yeah, so I got one of those. Some clothes I wanted.
So those are helpful because if you want to get, like you're saying, painting eyes,
Yeah.
you need something like this.
Well, otherwise I'm just
you're squinting.
squinting and eyeballing. I didn't think how practical they were, and then I used it. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
this makes a big difference.
Anything else? No socks and underwear?
No, I got those. Definitely. I
Okay,
put those on the
okay.
list like 20 times. Like I need
Okay.
those.
See, the smart thing to do is always buy your underwear and socks yourself, so then you get all the good stuff for Christmas.
But I buy all the good stuff for myself. I don't trust anyone to get me the good
Uh,
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Hanes.
all the stuff I want are exclusives, or you need to go to Ami. It's like I
Reroute from
specifically want,
DHL.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna put anyone through that headache. I just get it for myself and then give everyone the practical stuff that I need. But I'm totally like fine with all the art supplies I got. I'm super happy with everything I got. It's stuff that I needed and wanted, but didn't think to get them ever, or couldn't be bothered to get them. So I spoiled. It was a nice little get together. Got to see people, open my gifts. I had a good time. What about you, Chris?
So for what I got the, it's funny because at GameStop they've been getting like random shipments, and so they got these DC Direct figures, the deceased line.
yeah.
And so I ended up getting the Joker, and I got the Batman deceased version. They're pretty cool. They're the same body sculpts as the first release ones, but they're brand new head sculpts, which are pretty nicely detailed, especially the Joker. And then I also got the new Michael Myers from NECA, the new Halloween Kills, which is a pretty amazing figure. And what else did I get? I'm looking to the side to see if I forgot anything. Oh, well, what I got from Elvin, I got these cool LED lights that I put around my TV.
Oh yes.
Oh,
The
Jeff's
gift
got
card.
some of those. Do you change the mood lighting for your shows too?
Oh god, yeah. I was watching Friday the 13th, so I put it on red.
Of course.
And like if I'm watching I don't know, Wizard of Oz, I'll put it on green for when they get to the Emerald City, and that's just the nerd in me. So
Well, I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy and she's like flipping through the remote. She's like, no, purple or blue. Purple or blue. And then this scene would change. It's like she grabs the remote again and she changes like
Wow.
neon. Yeah, she's totally into it.
that's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah.
And what else? There was something else, but you know what? It was I got oh my gosh, sorry you guys. The Nightmare on Elm Street vans.
Oh,
From
they still have those out? Where did you find them? An outlet?
well, no, this was actually my gift from my good friend Jen, Matt, and their kid Eli. And they
Okay.
got them when they first came out in
Okay.
October.
And they held it on that long without telling you?
No, they gave them to me in October.
Yeah, I was like, I'm surprised you didn't just get
Oh,
them.
come on, Chris.
No, Chris would have bought those himself. They had
It's
to
not
do
what
that.
we watched and what we got in October.
For Christmas though.
But you said what we got for Christmas, so
But you didn't
I
get it
got
for
it.
Christmas. You got it in
That,
I
October.
did.
They had to. There's no way Chris wouldn't have bought
Well,
those.
we'll let the audience decide.
Anyways, but they are in my display cabinet with all my other horror figures. I got
Nice.
my Freddy Krueger figure with them and the little diorama piece that I made for it. So
You're never going to wear it?
no.
Oh, okay. Are you
And
are you gonna get the other DC deceased figures?
You know what? No. Just because I don't want to get into DC. I got the two main characters. I grew up with Batman 1989 and classic grown up with Joker and Batman, Michael Keaton. So
Nice.
I'll add those to my quarter scale Catwoman from Batman Returns, which is an amazing figure. And so Christmas was good. It was spent it with two of my good closest friends, so can't complain. And yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. What about Elvin?
What did I get? I got nothing for Christmas. I don't get anything from my family from Christmas. It's been like that for what, over a decade? I don't know. They just stopped giving me gifts. because they're like you get everything way.
Yeah,
before-
look at behind him, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
He makes
I don't
it
know what you're
impo-
talking
He
about.
makes it impossible.
Damn, that blurry vision thing doesn't work. It slows my internet.
You're that annoying father. It's like, I don't know what to get my dad. You know what? Get him a gift card to
A
Amazon.
prepaid Visa.
No, yeah.
Prepaid Visa. That's what you get.
My wife makes a delicious Christmas dinner. She knows what I
Yeah.
like. I love
Oh.
roast lamb, so she spends the whole day prepping for it, and the night before even. So she makes me a great Christmas dinner. That's my Christmas gift from her. My kids, they just leave me alone for a couple of days. That's a great Christmas gift as well. I get to open up toys of my own in peace. But no, holidays is good. I get to spend time with the family and watch some shows and stuff. I honestly, I don't really need anything from anybody. I just get it myself. It's just one of those things. Like I can't wait around for stuff. I have to go get it. If it's there, I'm buying it. I'm not gonna expect someone to give it to me 2 months down the road.
Mhm.
It's just the way I am.
Or the God forbid. I didn't see that thing you asked for. Oh, you mean the limited exclusive that will never show up again?
yeah. No, I don't expect my family to look for like exclusive items from Annie
see?
at 1 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what kind of person are you?
Well, and I think when we get older, we realize the more important things to us is family.
Exactly.
And I don't expect gifts, but I do enjoy giving a little something to people. It is the season of giving. But it's funny growing old.
I enjoy giving gifts to other people. Like I really do. Like it's fun to see other people light up and be happy.
Mhm.
Especially when you want to do the charitable causes, like how we did the food bank. I enjoyed, loading up the truck full with food and dropping it off at the food bank. It was nice to do that. So yeah, for me, it's like I enjoy doing that. It makes me more happy. It's my natural high, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, getting having some peace and quiet downtime as well is great because we got so many things going on, especially with this YouTube channel and everything that encompasses it. So it's nice to get some downtime to kind of open up some figures. I am dangerously behind on opening my figures. I just went through like 20 boxes of SH Figuarts Dragon Ball. And they're all on my dining table right now, opened up, and I've been, taking little bags and putting all their accessories and labeling it. And it was really nice to open these figures. They've been sitting in my room for like I think a year or two, not opened. So it's nice to get them open. It's like fine cigar. You open for the first time and like
It has that new car smell.
it's just
Yeah.
it's that new plastic smell from Japan, right? It's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it's just so cool. The Dragon Ball figures are amazing figures. They're so colorful and fun, and it's just nice to get all of these guys open. I still have another 15 boxes. I'm looking on my right here. Probably another 15 boxes here that I have to open up. So at least 30 Dragon Ball figures will be opened up the next couple of days. And then I could display them on my shelf and start cleaning up these other shelves. Yeah, one day. I think every week that you see the podcast live, you see a little bit more work done in the back. It'll be a progression throughout the
There was
year.
one guy lying down and now he's standing up. Bravo.
Now there's two guys standing up. Hey, I don't see D with his background stuff, so it's not fair. He needs to show it. He's probably has figures.
Mine's worse than yours.
Yeah, see? I'm not
Yeah,
the
don't
only
even
one.
worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah, see?
There you go. That's
That
nice.
looks clean.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh,
Big
but
Meat?
then there's all.
Oh,
Those are all
okay.
boxes. Those are
And
all.
everybody,
I
everybody's
went in
watching
my
the video
closet.
just puked because the camera went violently.
Okay, if
shaking.
we're gonna share that, let me
Oh, we're sharing now.
look at my coffee table. It's a mess.
Okay,
of
well-
boxes.
Fine, I'll do it too. Here you go, folks. Look at this dangerous zone over here. Look at that. That's pretty dangerous. And then all the walls all around go all the way in front of me, even too. Yeah, there you go.
Need
That's
a
nice.
bigger room.
Well,
I mean, there's not much we can do about that.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because in a few months we are going to be moving into a little bit bigger room, so you'll see
that's
more
good.
professional setup. It'll be nice. That's why I'm not really focused on setting all this up right now, because I'll be moving it around anyways. So what is the
For
point?
me, I have to do wiring, and I don't want to have to take all my figures down. Like,
Oh,
there's
you
no
have
point.
to. You have no choice.
I know, so I'm not gonna set them up now because the bookshelf's right where the jack is, like where the
Oh.
outlets are. So I was just like, whatever. Like I was just
That's the annoying thing I did with, because I just got this last year because
Yeah.
Elvin talked me into it.
Yeah.
And so I set it up and I still got to get the strip lighting for it. And I didn't realize when I screwed the top part into the wall so it doesn't fall forward, I covered up the light socket. So then I had to unscrew it and then shift it over. And I'm just
that
like,
sucks. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
Dee, are you gonna get glass doors for yours?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I glass door saves the day because the dust that gets onto these things is crazy.
That, and I can't imagine like the domino tip. Then they fall and just smash into
Oh,
pieces.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no
know.
thanks. I've needed a glass door just to, like.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts your heart. My bedroom's like next door to this room, so whenever anything falls, I can hear in the other room. I'm like, oh, what's that? What was that?
Yeah.
I hope it's nothing
Oh,
nothing like that. I don't
I
have
hate
doubles
that
of.
sound.
All right. Yeah. So Christmas Hauls, it was nice. I mean, you get a little here and there, but spending time is probably the best haul of them all, right? With your
mhm.
family. All right, on to our next topic. It is the final episode of Hawkeye. We didn't even get to finish this because we took a little break, so we left everything like frozen in time here. We're like, we'll leave it with the cliffhanger. But let's finish off the final episode of Hawkeye on Disney Plus. It was the episode 6. Do you want to start off, or should I start it off for you guys? What do you guys want to do?
Just give them a brief rundown. Like,
Yeah. And spoiler warnings for anybody who still hasn't watched the show and haven't watched the last episode. There's some big reveals, so if you're listening and you haven't watched it, go watch it and then come back and listen to us, or let us spoil it for you. It's up to you. We'll just do a little summarization of the episode, not get too deep into it. But we start off with a nice ball, right? It wasn't as a nice Christmas ball, is it?
it's their black suit event. I don't know what it's called.
Black suit event. That's where sort of it starts. Prior to that, we have Hawkeye and like Kate kind of
Bishop.
Kate Bishop sort of going back and forth about the video they see that they're sent to them. And who do we see? We see our friend Wilson Fisk show up. What did you guys think? He walks into the room with the cane. Oh yeah, Big Daddy's back.
I liked it. You know how you were expecting them to reveal a character that you weren't like supposed to possibly never get? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say I hyped myself up. I wasn't underwhelmed, but I wasn't like giddy. I liked it. Like, I don't know. There's not much else to say.
Is this because the actor himself is someone that's just like he's just steady? You know what I mean? Like he's just a steady character. Like not the character, so the actor. The actor who plays Kingpin is just steady and just good.
I'm really glad they brought the same actor
100% with you on that.
He did such a good job. I really, I don't know about that part of the Marvel storyline, but that character in Daredevil, especially, he kind of made you fall in love with him. And, I'll get to a point at the end of the episode, which, I really loved that we didn't just get to see a cameo of him or, a couple lines. We got to see a little bit of action from him too.
I was worried about that. Were you worried about that? Like you thought you'd only see like a picture of him and then that was it?
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, I was worried about that.
I would have been so upset because this is the last episode.
Yeah.
So I like when I heard about Netflix losing their Disney Marvel licensing, my first thing was, are we gonna lose Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio? That's his name, right? Vincent D'Onofrio. And I was like, are we gonna lose these two great characters or actors? Because those two, I don't see anybody else playing these two characters. They're just so well suited for the role, and I'm so glad that they had the foresight to say, no, let's bring these two guys in for sure into the MCU world. And I'm really happy. I'm excited to see where this goes with these two characters, because I know they're not just going to leave it at this cameos and Disney Plus TV show, they're going to use these characters probably in a bigger movie, a bigger role, and I'm excited for that. Were you guys happy, like, to have both of these guys back now in the MCU, or you're like, somebody else could have done it, would have been okay with me?
No, I liked it. Like I said, I wasn't ecstatic. Like, and not because I wasn't deep down. It's just,
Yeah,
you know me. That's how I am. But when he came on, I was like, good. This is how it should be. I took a sip of my coffee.
It's rare that we get a TV show that, a brand loses the contract for and they're reviving it and give us all new actors. It really breaks that fantasy when you got to try and repicture this whole new actor
absolutely,
as a beloved hero. So we get a villain and a hero that are coming back that we get to see, and we get more of that continuation from the end of the Netflix series into the new Marvel MCU. So I'm super ecstatic about that, and I'm looking forward to seeing more.
So, we get the big reveal right off the bat. I'm glad they did that right off the bat to reveal him, because we don't want to wait till the very end to see 2 seconds of him. So I'm glad right off the bat they give us the reveal, and he's back in all his glory. So they go to the ball. They have this big, huge gala. The mom's holding this ball, and Kate confronts the mom, just basically tells the mom off. Do we have for me, I had a problem with this, because Kate has been just like a daughter and just a goofy character for the most part on this show, and then all of a sudden she grows up. Did I miss something? Was there an episode that I missed? Like, how does she like all of a sudden grow up and be responsible and part of the Avengers all in like what, at 24-hour notice? Like, I don't understand what happened with all this.
I didn't mind it, mainly because like her mom made a deal with a mob boss, so she's like, okay, well, that was very stupid of you. Like, someone has to talk sense into you. So I don't know. I forgave it.
What'd you think, Chris?
Like, just how she said she had no choice to take on what was like fell in her lap. But, that's kind of a cop-out. It's like, you had a choice. Did you stay with it? Because look at how they live.
It's hard though too, because Wilson Fisk is the kind of person who will just kill you. Like, there's no. So basically, what happened is Kate's dad died.
Yeah,
he owed Wilson Fisk a ton of money. Fisk was like, "Okay, well, he's dead, so I'm just gonna make a deal.
Roll it onto you now."
Yeah. And I don't think she could just be like, "Oh, no, thanks." Like, unfortunately, I think there was a part of her that is stuck. She got the lifestyle she wanted, but the alternative was she'd die otherwise. And as you know, in these films, the police are absolutely useless. They're always corrupt. He always has men on the inside. There's no getting out of it.
So do you think that Kate should have been more sympathetic towards her, because she does explain to Kate what happened? Like, hey, your father died, and this was all thrown to me, and I had to keep things normal here. And if I didn't go along with it, you probably would not have a mother as well in your life.
Because we're getting a separate Hawkeye series, right?
Are we? I wasn't aware of this.
Oh, I thought we
this
were.
Was just like the setup.
Oh, okay. Because we
might get a movie.
Okay, well, if we get anything that is a continuation, I feel like it's gonna kind of touch on that subject again, because you didn't really think about what your mom had to deal with from that point, where this just dropped on her. She was doing what she had to do to bring you up in as safe as possible, and you're just turning her in. I can see that she was upset that she hired
Echo. Was it Echo or no?
To
Yelena.
Yes,
Yelena,
to go after Hawkeye. And it's there are some things that I didn't like about the episode, but in general, I really loved this episode. Probably because of the scene that started in the elevator with the new Hawkeye and Yelena. I had to go back and rewatch that because it was just so good.
They're fun. I like them.
Yeah.
So they're at the party, the gala, and she's had the little spat between mother and daughter, and they're there, and Hawkeye shows up, and then all of a sudden, all hell goes to loose. Right? We get the sniper. What's the name again?
Doesn't it start with a Z? Xavier Zilla or something?
Yeah, he's supposed to be our version of the Joker or something in the comics, right?
In this,
Supposed
he's
to be-
just like a henchman. Like
yeah,
he's
just
like
a henchman.
the right hand man, or right hand to the right hand.
Kazi.
Kazi, there we go.
Yeah.
So he's got a sniper rifle pointing at Hawkeye, and he sees the dot, and sure enough, Hawkeye just was able to quickly react, and all hell breaks loose. This is where it's fun to see this because you have different things going on. You have Yelena there, you have Hawkeye, you have Kate, and everybody, and then you have our favorite friend Jack, who comes out of nowhere and goes, "What's going on here, everybody?" Right? And Jack, I love this guy. I think he's a great actor, and I love the character that they've written for this. Is this funny? And he pulls out his whole, his pirate sword out, and he's about to avenge everybody.
It's so good.
Yeah, it was good. Like, what did you guys think about this?
I liked it. Like you said, anytime he's on screen, it's entertaining. I wanted to see how Kate would handle herself, and she did just fine, all things considered. Like,
what about that scene with her and Yelena fighting? Like, this is a trained Black Widow assassin,
but she has a soft spot for her, so you can tell she's not. She's like fighting with like both.
She's letting up a little bit, right?
Yeah, like a lot. She's just
a lot.
We had her girl
98%.
Yeah,
especially when Kate slaps her in the face. She's like, "What was that?"
That's not cool, Kate. That is not cool.
Oh, hello, Kate Bishop.
Did you? How about the part she twirls to get her costume out? Did you plan that?
Yeah,
that and
yes, no.
I forgot. Was she trying to shoot her grappling hook, and Kate throws the beads at her arm, and then she drops it. She's like,
yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That hurt, Kate. That hurt. But you did that little cool flip thing. That was very good. Yes.
He likes their friends. Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No. After watching the Black Widow movie, I kind of fell in love with Yelena.
I did too. I was just going to say that.
After the show, I would really love to see a separate show for Yelena. I just think it would be successful. Yeah, Disney Plus.
I would love to see her interact with the Avengers. Honestly,
I thought her setup was ridiculous. This was a garbage setup to bring her into the show.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad they did. Yeah.
But I'd like to see her in a movie with the Avengers because I think she's a great Black Widow replacement. Fans will love, Scarlett Johansson, but I think she's going to do just fine as the new Widow in the MCU. Mm-hmm. She's just great. She's fun.
And I think that's the same actress for Midsummer.
I don't know what that is, but
I forgot about that.
I've never heard of this show.
It's a crazy, crazy movie. It's intense, but I don't know if you'll like it, but it's on Netflix.
Don't even bother, Gal.
Oh, look at Dee writing me off so fast.
I absolutely 100% know you will hate this movie.
Okay, shall we do a test? I will watch the show.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and I will give you my honest opinion on it. How about that?
Okay.
Next week. That's my homework for the week. What was it called again?
Midsummer.
Oh, I'm already hating this.
Okay, you know what? That gives me a great idea for one of our next topics. Is we all choose something for someone else to watch, and then we talk about it the next episode.
I don't know if I want to do this.
I do.
I know what you're gonna do. You're just gonna choose horror all day long for me.
I would choose horror for you only because you need to expand into that. We're pulp culture.
Yeah, I've expanded all right. Anyways, so get back into our topic here.
What was it?
Yeah, so Yelena just jumps off the side of the building and is about to blow Hawkeye's head off. And so that climbing scene, like, she's got no fear. She doesn't care how tall this building is. Here's how secure is this grip on a carpet? That's what I want to know. Like, you're risking your life here. Do you not understand, Yelena?
That's fine. She has plot armor on.
All right, so and then you have Kate who's like, I'm gonna try this too, right? And she's just like, falling down to her death almost. Okay, so what's going on here? Do you want to kind of jump in here? We have the big Christmas
from
tree.
here till the end is basically action packed. Like the
Lots of
tracksuits
action.
show up, and it's just a super fight from here to the ice rink.
Well, they introduced the big Christmas tree at Rockefeller, right? So
Yeah.
that was nice.
Yeah.
Same Christmas tree that Tom Holland swings by, by the way.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
In the movie.
yeah. But
And-
I don't know, like things that to me this episode was action packed, but it was just the minor things that I appreciated. Like you got to see Clint make his own trick arrows. Like I was wondering about that in the earlier episodes. We talked about it, and they had a scene, a callback to that, where you get to see them actually sit down and craft them.
And Easter eggs, right? You have Pym particles, you have Star Technologies, you get Easter eggs from all these places. Right?
Yeah. And you get to see their new suits, obviously.
What do you guys think of the new suits?
I like them a lot. There's not much to say, really.
Very comic booky, right?
Yeah.
But clean and simple, not like too
not over the top.
Yeah, exactly. I liked it.
I like
were
how
you guys
they made
upset?
Friends? Like they
were you upset?
Like,
sorry. Do you say?
No, I like that they had friends, and the friends were actually useful here. Like they got no.
When they came
Lar
I
friends,
don't want his stupid. What are those called? I don't know what they're called. His eye flaps. Like what do you call those things?
I don't.
No, I don't like his mask in the comics.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Were you upset that he didn't get his mask, his Hawkeye mask?
You know what would have been
his trench coat that cuts in half. You don't want that either.
Would have been funny though during the scene where his team as the waiters, no one's listening to them, so they decide to change into like superhero costumes. Okay, so first,
you know what they remind me of? They remind me of the Asgardian warriors, right? That's what they reminded me of when they got to their gear.
It would have been smart if they had one of them come out with that kind of classic Hawkeye look. I feel like they could have really played off that part because it was comic-y looking, right? But like when they first came out, I'm like, oh my God, am I supposed to know who these superheroes are? Because they kind of also look like Eternals. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was fun. The ice rink area was great. It was good fun. There was a lot of trick arrows used there. It was good times there. So we've got this action scene which takes a lot of the time in the show, but then we get near the end here, and this is where it kind of gets a little serious. We get Kate chasing after. The mom shows up? Is it at the store with the Mercedes? How's that go again?
Basically, her and Wilson Fisk and Kate all end up at the same spot. They're trying to outrun him, I guess, and he catches up to them.
Yeah,
rips the door off the car, which I thought was cool.
It's
I'm glad they showed that.
We finally get to see this true power of this mysterious man. Like in Daredevil, we don't get to see too much of that power. We get that big fight at the end, but here, he's taking on arrows and a car hitting him.
Yeah,
like this is what got me so excited about this episode because we don't just get this mobster. We know the history and what he's capable of, but actually getting to see it in real life.
Yeah,
I love this whole scene, and I watched it twice.
Like she shoots an arrow dead to center on his chest, and he just plucks it off like it's no big deal. Get this twig off me now, right? It's like, yes, finally we get to see a little brute force from him. As much as I like to see the cunningness of Kingpin, I want to see some brute force too.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see that. Having said that, though, do you guys find it a little bit of a problem that she was able to ward him off that easily?
I think she barely did, and she won by like one lucky act that was set up perfectly. Like no other situation would have gave her the win she needed, and I don't even think like she won.
Fighting. She survived.
Yeah.
There you go.
She
won because she survived. She didn't die. So good on you. You did it.
Every arrow in the backpack just to survive.
Yeah. The thing about that scene, though, which is going to speak to how Kate was able to survive Kingpin, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head how long this is supposed to take place after Daredevil, because, you know, in Daredevil show, you know, we're getting the history of Kingpin. You know, there is a point where he does become more stronger and no one will mess with him. Like, is this a point in his life where, you know, he's kind of in between that? Like, he just started out and then he's really coming into his power. So that could be the reason, you know, at least if that's what they were planning on, you know, we get to see a progression of him. So when we get to see him next time, he'll probably be full on, you know,
Well,
Kingpin.
I think Kate is just ignorant. Clint knew who he was and was
Yeah,
afraid of him, and
Clint
he's
was
an
nowhere
Avenger.
near, by the way. He's like, I doing this shit
Like,
now.
like
Hell
Clint
no.
knew who he was by name. Clint is an Avenger who hangs out with Thor. And he's like, well, yeah, that's the guy who's a big problem. Do not go near him. Like, he's fine fighting aliens off, but he was afraid of the Kingpin. So
Nope,
I
not
think
doing
he
that.
is well known enough to people in the underworld. I think Kate is just too stupid to realize what she's gotten herself into. And she got lucky she didn't die. Like, I don't think by any means he was weak. What it took to beat him, I found acceptable. And even then, he didn't necessarily, like, he got up. Like if he wanted to, he could have just stepped on her head. Like,
for me, I took it as she got lucky.
Yeah.
Like you said, like she just happened to have the right arrows at the right time, and she got lucky because she should have been squashed like a bug.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm allowing that in my mind to accept it because she just got lucky. That's it.
Yeah, I love how he didn't hold back in the scene when he throws her across the room a couple of times. I just thoroughly enjoyed that scene. And in general, I really like this episode.
Like, she's just lucky that it was on Disney Plus. Otherwise, he would have crushed her head like the other dude on Netflix. Like, all he did was just go around crushing skulls with his bare hands. So she's lucky she just got tossed around a little bit. It could have been far worse.
So okay, we have that scene, and they get out of there. We have then another scene where we see Kingpin and Echo in an alley. So this is supposed to set up the Echo TV show. I don't know how that show's gonna go because nobody, like, she doesn't even feel like she's part of this show. Like,
Okay,
you know how
I don't feel bad for her at all.
like, you know how you're saying Yelena got shortchanged here. I feel like this character was thrown in there just to get us hyped for this show that's coming.
The one
Right?
thing I will say, what we got to see of Echo in this episode, I wish we would have gotten to see in previous episodes, because it just added a little more mystery to what she's thinking. Like, why did it take so long for her to come to this realization where she needs to go off? If they would have brought that conflict in the middle of this series, you know, it touched on a bit of my interest to know more about Echo, but still not enough to want to watch a separate show with her in there. You know, it's unfortunate. You know, I feel
They're
like they
trying.
missed
They're
the
really
mark.
trying hard to have this Echo show. We didn't mention at the beginning they had this like Kingpin and Echo had a conversation at the office, and you know they had sort of an exchange, and she was told by, you know, Kingpin was basically assuring her that he, you know, he's very sympathetic towards her father dying. He was a big part of the organization, but I mean that's all a lie. You know, Kingpin, he manipulates and lies. Who knows what he's thinking? But they have that relationship, and I guess they're supposed to let the audience know that she's figured it out, that he's a liar. I mean, I don't know. I didn't. If that's what they were trying to explain to us, it was kind of vague, and
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
the
Right?
previous episode. Clint told her, like, "Hey, your dad was set up." So she went back and that was basically what you just described. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to get something out of that? Like, I don't know. Like,
So the problem with this series, two things. Yelena is told by some random person she doesn't know that Clint killed her sister. And then Clint tells Echo that it was the Kingpin that killed her father. And she easily believes it. They both, like, are so easily convinced. It's
These are
just
these are things that Dee loves about TV shows.
I'm still like Contessa gave Yelena the hit on Clint. She's like, hey, there's the guy who killed your sister. How does that factor into this Hawkeye show? Like, two separate people hired her specifically to take him out.
Yeah,
Two
Yeah.
separate people. How very convenient. Like, you must really want Clint dead, God, because I don't know why you sent two people to hire the same chick to go after him.
it's crazy. I don't know.
And you saw Natasha on TV with Hawkeye, arm in arm, fighting. They are clearly friends. Get over it.
I think those two things are clearly what brought this show down to subpar level for me. If they had removed those two plot lines and just gave us this one major plot line only, I would
Mhm.
be okay with that. I wouldn't have any issues. And it would have been okay because the time that was spent on those two subplot lines would have been enough for me to say the 6 episodes was good enough for the Kate and Hawkeye relationship to grow. We could have seen maybe another mission prior to the big mission with the time that would have been given to them. So I would have been okay with that, and I would have given. Spoiler: I'm not going to give the amounts just yet, but I'm just going to give it a little hint that I would have given it a much higher mark than what I'm going to give it right in a bit here, because those two lines, those two little sublines, subplot lines, really took away from the overall story.
I think
Right.
they had an idea and worked backwards. I think they're like, I want Yelena and Kate to fight, but have this like playful girlfriend back and forth as well.
Mhm.
But we need a reason for her to fight. How do we get them to fight? Oh, let's make Clint the reason. Why is Clint the reason? And then they work backwards. But there's no actual good reason for her to go after Clint. So they had
No.
to come up with something off the top of their head. And it was that.
Yeah, it was no good.
Besides the small little things, the interaction throughout the series with Yelena and Kate, very enjoyable.
It was.
It was like, especially that last episode when Yelena showed up at Kate's little apartment. That whole interaction there was probably the highlight of that episode for me.
Yeah.
I didn't find Kate as annoying as I thought I would as well. Like
she was annoying to me a little bit.
She wasn't as defiant as I thought they would make her.
Yeah.
And her jokes were unnecessary at times, but I didn't hate her. I know a lot of people were accusing her of like being like having a crush on Hawkeye, but I never got that impression.
No.
Like I think she admired him.
No, it was admiration.
Yeah.
Admiration for she looked up to him. That's the way I saw it.
That's just like that's how I took it and saw it the whole time.
Like, this is my big brother, or cool uncle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I really liked his wife as well. Like his wife just understands everything. I was like,
there was a big Easter at the end, right?
Yeah.
About who she is, right?
Okay. Who is? You'll have to explain that to me.
Yeah, we will. I just want to tie off the echo thing.
Yeah.
So at the very end, at the alley, you see a shot fired. She raises the gun to Kingpin's face. Shot is fired. This goes into the comic books, right? Dee with the eye patch.
For her?
No, Kingpin. Isn't it Kingpin has an eye patch?
I don't remember any of this.
In the
I don't even like
the comic books. Let's talk about the look of him too with the Hawaiian shirt. Do we like it or we don't like it?
I liked it.
Thumbs up for me.
It was a nice change. When he walked into that first scene, he got the purple pants and a white jacket. And then you're like, oh my God, he's wearing the outfit. And then he turns around and it's like
the cane.
Yeah. Yes. I'm glad they kept the cane. I love the.
Are we going to get a figure of that?
I could probably custom hand paint.
I think we're going to get a figure of that. I'm all in. If they give me a figure, why not? It's a fun figure.
With an MCU version. Yeah.
Yeah. Has to be, right? That'll be nice. That'll be fun to get. Maybe a 2-pack, him and Echo. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, shot is fired, and that's it. They don't show anything else after that, but we know that both are going to be alive. It'll be interesting to see what he's going to be in the Echo TV show. That's the only way they're going to get people to be interested in that show, if they show him being more prominent in that series. But yeah, we'll talk about that when that show comes around. So they finally go back home, like to Christmas. Like, they finally
Yeah.
get to spend time with Christmas. He gets back in time.
But you made it. We were debating on if you'd make it home or not.
Yeah, and he made it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was surprised that they didn't fly in the Avengers jet or something back home. That'd have been pretty cool. Oh yeah, we'll be all right. Don't worry. How do you know that? The team
What I've gathered from both Spider-Man and this show is just the Avengers have been gutted. Like all of their inventories just oh man, the FBI is just awful in these types of movies.
Homeland Security.
They're just idiots. They have all this power they don't know what to do with now. They have all this technology they don't know what to do with. Oh, it's gonna fall into the wrong hands. So yeah.
So they get home, they're opening up gifts, and then he hands his wife the Rolex. Is it a Rolex? I think it's a Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the back, it's got the Avengers insignia. Shield insignia on there. And she is supposed to be who? Dee? I know who she is.
Is she Agent 19? Or am I wrong?
Oh, okay. That's why the number on there, I'm like, now it's clicking.
So yeah, so she's supposed to be. I thought she's from Mockingjay or something like that.
Oh, like Mockingbird Bob. Yeah, if that is, yeah.
That's what I thought.
In Mocking, like I never thought they would do that, but I mean that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't even remember her name in the MCU. Like, what's his wife's name?
Oh, geez. Now you're gonna maybe look it up or something.
Yeah.
What's her name from Scooby-Doo?
It was Daphne.
Well, yeah,
No,
she
the
was
other
Daphne,
girl.
right?
Oh
No,
Velma. She's Velma.
She's Velma.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god.
Because her name's not Bobby in the MCU.
No.
Laura.
Laura. Okay.
Yeah, Laura Barton.
Yeah. So she's supposed to be Mockingbird, or Mockingjay. I don't know, but
Mockingjay, isn't that
that's
Hunger Games?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Hunger Games.
So that's what explains how she was very calm and was able to help Barton get through the mission. Right? She wasn't like frazzled.
She was in a noob.
It is Mockingjay.
Mockingjay. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice little. Wasn't expecting that.
No, the fact like I didn't even when it's just there floating on the surface, but you don't really like oh yeah, okay,
usually you flush it.
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for that. Don't want to float on the surface there, buddy.
No.
Okay. Anything else? Let's give our overall not the episode, but the overall show. And where do we rank it in the Disney Plus Marvel shows? So we've got how many shows we have? We have Wanda, we have Cap and Captain America, we have Loki, we have this one, and what else? We were missing one more. Who are we missing?
That's it.
I thought we were missing something else. Oh, What If?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah, that's more cartoon.
Well, it's a Disney Plus show, so can we just include it for?
That one's obviously second last for me based on my response to it.
Jesus, people, it's a cartoon. Anyways, let's give our overall mark for the show. What do you guys give that?
It was a fun 8.
8, okay. Chris?
Surprisingly, I'm giving it an 8.5. I really did enjoy this show, and even though it was the last episode, there was so much that I fell in love with, especially the Sword Master. Like, just I'm like, I want to see more of him too. I
really did too. Yeah.
It gave us so much to end off with, so yeah, 8.5.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 7.5. I thought it was a good show. It wasn't great. I didn't like the Echo story. I didn't like the Yelena jumping in there. It took it away from me. Like, I actually wanted to give it a bit lower than 7.5, but the action in the very last episode really was cool, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. The Christmas spirit around it was
that good.
The Christmas spirit around it gave it that 7.5. Otherwise, it'd be a 7 for me. But 7.5. It
For
was.
me, I know, well, for all of us, I'm sure people are like, "How do you give it this? Why did you give it this?" For me, when I'm watching the show, if there's like scenes like Echo and Yelena where it doesn't make sense, it decreases.
Yeah.
But if while something fun is going on, like the action scenes, like it always goes up and down. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, so you got to find that balance, right?
Yeah.
So
or people like, well, you gave Endgame this and you gave it that. Why? Like, what? I like them for different reasons.
yeah, it's our opinion, and it's nice to see that we have different takes on it. So all of us give different scores on it, and all of us have our reasons for it, right? So yeah, I mean, it was a serviceable TV show for me. It got me through the holidays, so it was nice. Yeah, 7.5, 8.5, and 8 respectively for all of us. And what do we rank it and the 5 shows that they've done so far? Where do you rank this show?
For me, Loki's first. I think What If is last for me because while I did enjoy some episodes, I wasn't thrilled the whole way
Las
through.
Vegas.
Let's see. See, like there's some episodes like the Thor one where
I can't believe you. I'm shocked that you're putting it. Wait till you hear my numbers. Okay, give me your 5. Let's do it. Quick.
I
Loki
think
1. Yep.
this might be second, mainly because I
Okay,
hated
2.
Falcon Winter Soldier's
3.
villain, so that goes third. WandaVision fourth. What If last?
Oh, okay.
Loki, Hawkeye, Falcon, WandaVision. What If?
Okay, Chris, go.
My God. Okay, we'll do Loki, WandaVision, Hawkeye. Oh crap, wait. Falcon, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, and What If.
Okay, cool. Mine is Loki, WandaVision, What If, Captain America, and then Hawkeye. The reason why Captain America is a little bit higher than Hawkeye is because of the banter between the two of them. I absolutely loved it, but it's so close. Like I can flip it around; it wouldn't bother me.
It's so hard when you're like, okay, rank it. There are some things that I didn't like about each show that we watched.
Of course, yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed all of the shows that we've reviewed. So,
like, I barely consider WandaVision the same genre as this one, so it's like hard.
Yeah, but it had its own appeal. It had a lot of mystery to
Yeah.
it, and it did take some time to get used to it. The first 2 episodes were throwaways for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have worried if those 2 episodes didn't show up in that. But yeah, I mean, there are things for each one of them that we liked and didn't like. But yeah, for me, Hawkeye is dead last for me. It's not to say that's terrible. Like it just, it didn't fancy my, whatever, my likeness of a Disney Plus show. But whatever, it wasn't bad. All right, okay. So let's get on to our last topic of the evening. It is, what are we looking forward to in 2022? We're talking about movies, TV shows, collectibles, anything pop culture related is available to us to look forward to. So, Dee, let's start off with you.
If Mayfex does what it's supposed to do and releases their items on time, I would like my
Come on now, let's not be silly.
We said
here.
2022, not 2024, D.
This is 2022, like you said.
Assuming they remain on schedule, which would be weird for them. My Black Suit Spider-Man.
It sounds silly you just saying that.
Yeah, I can't even say it with a straight face.
You get to only pick one thing, okay? Because we got to take
only
turns.
One.
No, we'll take turns.
Okay.
So we don't want to take someone else's. If you list all your things, you'll probably take all of ours.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what did you just say was the
Black Suit Spider-Man?
Okay, that's a great one. I love that. Chris, go ahead.
A second wave of the House of X Marvel Legends.
That's a great pick. We're due for one, right?
Yeah, because the last one we got was early last year. I think
2 years ago.
Just last year.
It was the Tri-Sentinel, wasn't it? When did Tri-Sentinel come out?
Early in January, I believe it was.
2001.
Yeah, because I remember getting it first.
Yeah,
pretty much in all of Canada, I think.
That was the very first episode.
Our very first video.
Review,
so it was early January, like right in January.
Yeah.
the cusp of January. Yeah. Okay, that's a great one. For me, I'm looking forward to Galactus HasLab. Nobody says anything. Wow, thanks, guys.
Because we don't have $700.
Oh, jeez. Whatever. Boo. You guys can come over. I ordered, I think, 3 of them. Come over and hang out. But yeah, Galactus, I'm looking forward to. I can't wait. He's so good. He's even bigger than a Sentinel. Like, oh yes.
Only
can't
because
wait.
of his crown, okay?
Oh,
It's a couple of plastic pieces.
Tip to tip, Chris.
$1.99 per minute.
Anyways, all right, Dee, your turn.
God of War.
All right, get into the gaming. Like it.
Yeah.
Like it. Okay, Chris.
I
I could do this all day.
what's the oh my god, I can't even think right now.
You must not want it that bad then.
I know, right? You didn't even prepare a list.
Well,
Unlike
no,
us.
because yeah, I am actually looking forward to seeing any good movies this year. Like, it doesn't have to be superhero. It could be horror, comedy, anything. Like, I just hope we get something new. That's not a freaking reboot.
Okay, I'll give you something new.
Movie-wise.
I'll give you something new TV show wise. It's Peacemaker, John Cena, coming out next week on HBO Max. I can't wait for that. That show, it was filmed here in Vancouver, and I can't wait for that. January 12th, I believe it is. First 3 episodes will launch right away. Man, I can't wait. The trailer just dropped again. They did a new trailer about a couple of days ago, and I'm so stoked for this. This is my most look forward to TV show of 2022. I'm going to say it right here, right now. Of all the shows that have been announced, this is the one I'm looking forward to. I just think that he has found his calling here. This character suits him, and the way he plays his character is so good. And I can't wait to see this show. And I hope DC has finally something in the bag that they can, kind of tip their hat to, because they just got beat up nicely in 2021 against Marvel. Marvel just plummeted. It was Kingpin dummying somebody in the corner. That's what it was. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. D?
I want my my new wave of retro carded Spider-Man with like Ben Reilly, black costume again, armored Spider-Man. So
yeah, but that was already announced. Like, I guess.
But
okay, how about this? Let me pose this. How about a retro card is something that hasn't been announced that you would love to see?
Oh, I thought it was something we know is coming out.
No, we know it, but like, let's just have some fun with it. Like, what would you be excited to see in 2022 you haven't seen yet? We'll go with the retro carded wave. Rhino?
Something that I know won't happen, but might, because Todd brought back the DC Collectibles line. I want a 6-inch line of DC.
But that is a 6-inch line, though.
No, it's 7.
Oh, that was 7 as well?
It's slightly bigger than a Legends here. Let's see here what we got.
If you're hoping Todd McFarlane's going to do that,
see, they're huge.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but you picked Miles.
Okay, but he's the same.
That's not even the right size.
He's the same. Yeah, this Miles is the same size as a Spider-Man. The Gamerverse is one's tall. Okay. Here's Spider-Man. He's still humongous. Like, he's still 7 inches. Here he is beside Venom. This is a Venom body.
Okay.
Like, they're the same. They're the same size, basically.
Oh man, yeah, we're never gonna get a 6-inch figures from.
But like, I just want that wall of my favorite superheroes, all in the same scale.
Then you have to go back to DC. Back in like what,
Mattel
2000? Days. Yeah, Mattel. Yeah, 2000. But you're gonna get some of that in the Mafex line, right?
Yeah. I'm fine with that. It's just the obscure characters that we were getting in the Mattel days.
Good luck with Todd McFarlane giving those things.
I don't know. He bought back the old line, so he's. I don't know what he's cooking up.
You're gonna get more of
Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman,
and more Batman.
Well, like the deceased figure you got wasn't supposed to be released. He purchased the rights to them and released them for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I'm glad that McFarlane didn't do those figures because I probably wouldn't have bought them. Because
He's a big
sausage
fan.
figures.
Dee has a soft spot for.
I have a
That's
soft
fine.
spot for him.
That's fine. Whenever I see their hand sculpts, I think of that guy from Scary Movie 2.
I have a total of two. I have a total of 2 figures.
Oh.
Elvin was all in at one point.
Yeah, I was all in for select figures. Like, what's his name? Oh, this guy right here.
Well, you had Superman.
Infected Superman. Like, this is a great body, and he decides to dump this body and go back to the old body. Why? This is perfect. The thighs, the legs, they're all in
He gave
scale.
his Dark Knight's Batman like a thigh cut and double joints, and then no one else in the wave has any.
Like, if he had made all the Superman figure in this body, I can't say
Would've been
nothing.
good.
I can't say nothing, right? Like, it's great. And then he goes with the Red Sun Superman. He goes back to the old body right after this. Before this was released first, and then he goes backwards and releases that figure in that old body.
I don't know. I mean, some of them are fantastic. Like, I can't hate an entire wife. Just like I hate some Marvel Legends. I can't say.
But it's just like too many are not good.
Mhm.
Right? There's like the one here and there that hits it, and there's just too many are not up to standard, and that's just frustrating because you give him a year to figure his stuff out, and you see stuff like this, you're like, okay, they're figuring it out, and then you go right back into that same trap again, and you're like, what did you not learn from any of this? Right? So that's the frustrating part, is like, and then you hear, like, they listen to the community, they see the comments and stuff like that. It's ridiculous to say nobody listens to the fans. They all are watching and reading all this stuff, and they still continue to give us garbage.
It's all the same characters. They don't expand.
Get out of here with that garbage.
Anyways, moving on to a good brand.
Yes. What are you looking for?
This I was thinking about the other day. I really hope it's going to be another Marvel Legends wave. I would really enjoy seeing a Generation X wave of Legends, which would be cool because we got Penance, we got Banshee, Emma Frost, Jubilee, Marrow.
The figure guy, the guy who had the slugs. I forgot his name.
Oh my God,
It's Mr. Slug.
No.
Was he on that team?
Or Skin.
No, there was another guy. They teased his like
the slug guy on him, right?
He has like 2 slugs on him, a trench coat. He's like light blue.
Oh, Maggot guy.
Oh yeah, Maggot. Was he on that team?
I don't know.
Because they're releasing him, so maybe there's prospects to bring in the others. They did that with AOA, and then they just kept releasing.
That's true.
A second wave, so we'll see. Hopefully.
All right, my turn. Doctor Strange 2. I'm looking forward to this because this is gonna be crazy. This movie.
I think we're all on that same page.
It's gonna be like insane movie. I can't wait for this. I'm just looking forward to seeing the cameos and surprises they're going to bring us. I'm going to lose my mind if I see Professor Xavier. I'm going to lose my mind. There is rumors that gentleman, what's his name? Not Michael Fassbender, but the other gentleman who plays Professor Xavier. Charlie McAvoy, yeah.
James.
Sorry, James. There's rumors that he's going to be in it. In one of the universes that shows up. So that's going to be pretty cool. Would you guys lose your mind if you see him?
I don't know. I have to be in the moment.
Oh, what do you need, a candlelight dinner?
No, I have to be there. Like, I can't just
get
be
the
like,
oysters ready.
I'm not after a certain age. Like, I don't preemptively.
A certain age, you're a young buck.
I know, but that's just my mindset. Like,
for me,
it has to be spontaneous. Like, I can't be like, if I see him, I'm gonna get excited. Like, if I'm excited, it's gonna be all natural. I don't pre-plan. Like, I don't know. If I see it, it depends on the scene, how the scene's set up. So we'll
Chris,
see.
Episode 1000, then we'll see D go, back in the day, I used to get excited.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. If we got to see Professor X in the MCU, I probably wouldn't want him as Professor X going into the MCU.
Like that's what I mean. I want it done right. I don't get excited if it's not
you
done
guys
right.
don't like him as Professor X?
I enjoyed what he did in the last few movies, but you know what? It's too much connected with.
Okay, I see. Okay, yeah. You don't want to be associated with that hard garbage. I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it.
Especially with Mystique.
Yeah, but like it could just be an alternate universe version of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're going to hint at something that MCU is going to bring back, you're going to want to feature.
Well, they brought Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio only back, and the rest of the cast has not been called back.
Just like JJ is clearly a completely different JJ.
Yeah.
Well, we like those characters.
Well, what if they only bring him back and nobody else? Would you be okay with that?
No, because if they're going to be bringing the X-Men into the MCU, we're going to see a whole new team. They're not going to bring back.
Well, you could have a whole new team and have him.
I don't know. It depends on where they're going to pick up the storyline. Like, is Professor X going to be a bit older? Because I don't see him as being old.
That's the thing too. It's like between the like what did it the like 70s up until 2000, he looks like a young lad, and then he just jumps to looking like an 80-year-old at one point.
Especially like with the way how he lost his hair. Okay, that's kind of cool, but you know, he was bald in a cartoon. You know, he didn't lose his hair because of that. So when you have to rewrite a whole new timeline into the MCU, I'd rather them just bring in all new actors and actresses, because I don't want to relate all that past to what's new and fresh.
So for you, it's the past that you don't want to be associated with, because, you know, like I mentioned, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are from the past of a different, you know, storyline. Mm-hmm. But you're okay with those two because you don't have a bad taste in your mouth when it comes to watching Daredevil versus the X-Men garbage that we got from Fox.
That's exactly.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
All
right. Okay.
If we seen a little scene where it was the Rebecca Romaine Mystique, I'd be like, okay, I'm fine. And like original Magneto and Patrick Stewart, I would be fine with those.
Okay, fair enough. What am I looking forward to again? I'm gonna have to go with Deadpool.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Can we not see him show up, please? That's a fourth person, a hole in the wall out of nowhere. Right?
He can show up anywhere at any time, and it's
exactly
fine.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to alarm anyone, but it's storming, and I have a feeling power will go out. So I'm just putting that out there.
No worries. No worries.
No, I don't want us to lose our progress.
Don't worry, it's all saved in the cloud, I swear.
Okay.
That's Dee saying, okay, we've gone on long enough.
No, but I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm trying to think of other stuff. Like I want my...
Okay, let's talk about figure. Like, what are we looking for a figure? I said Galactus. You guys said a couple of Marvel Legends. What about something out of the blue, like gargoyles? Are we looking forward to seeing more of the gargoyles?
I want the complete wave done.
Hudson, right? You want to see him?
Bronx. They showed the rest of them. They teased the rest on the back of Bronx's. But are we gonna have to wait until 2028 to get the whole team? Like, I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't really have a choice. I just got to sit down and shut up. But
I think this year for NECA, you know, I was having a conversation with one of the guys at Toy Traders, and we were talking about how
not a sponsor.
How NECA is really picking up the pace with the figures and licensing that they're getting. And, you know, it's only within the last year that, you know, Turtles has expanded. They've gotten, you know, their bread and butter was Aliens.
Yeah.
And Godzilla, you know, and me and the guy were talking, and I was saying, you know, who would be amazing is if NECA did the Captain Planet figures.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised. Like, it'd be NECA and then Super 7. They always do that. They follow in suit.
That is such a great line. Oh man.
Right? I'd be
I'm
like,
all in.
with our powers conjoined, you know.
Oh,
that would be
for
amazing.
NECA doing the like paint applications and the detail. And then I'd be in for Super 7 because they always have like these obscure accessories as well. No, NECA does too, though. Like
I would see Super 7 doing it more than NECA because the
Yeah.
fact is that NECA always tries to sign a license that they could do long term as much as they could pump out.
Yeah.
I
Because who's
think
doing Silverhawks? Is
Yeah.
that Super 7?
Yeah, I see Super 7 doing this because they'll do the one-off. They're not afraid to do that, right? They'll do the one-off, do a line of it, and then walk away from it a year later.
Which
I'd be
is
fine
good
with either.
because we don't need them to be super articulated.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it'd be so cool. I'll be so in for that. Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah, I'll be so in for that. It'll be 100% recyclable, the packaging, too.
Oh my god, yeah.
That'd be a nice little touch. That'd be sweet.
Right?
Biodegradable.
You got the power.
Here. Oh my god, with Dan Cheadle or
Oh, Don Cheadle. Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
I saw that one.
But did you know, fun fact, Professor Blight, the evil character that had the bangs,
Yeah.
was actually voiced by Meg Ryan.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, I know. Random fact. There you go. You learned something new.
Okay, fair enough. Dee, what are you looking forward to? Maybe I'll do one more round of this. Like I said, let's say 2 rounds of this, and then we're good.
Thor for me.
4 rounds?
Thor.
Oh, I thought you
The
said
movie.
4. Okay.
What did you say?
It's
4 rats?
ambitious.
What's 4 rats? What is that? That sounds interesting.
Thor. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. I'm looking forward to that as well too. Surprised nobody's mentioning Titans season 4.
Is that still alive? That's
Why
Clear.
did you bring that up?
Oh my god, make it stop. What are you looking for, Chris?
I'm actually really looking forward to Hocus Pocus 2 on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's favorite movie.
Is that coming out on Halloween?
It better be.
No, I was like, yeah, that's the only time. Then you gotta
would-
sit and wait.
Probably be
Well,
late September
Yeah, it'd have to be at least before Halloween because, you know,
with the ball rolling, right? Yeah.
because who knows, maybe COVID's going to be down and we can party again and get to see all our friends, which would be
Let's
amazing.
hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
What am I looking forward to again? Figure wise, okay. I would like to get the next What If wave with Ultron as one of the BAF.
I'd love
Yes.
a dude Thor or whatever. you
Oh
call it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Vegas. I can't wait, man. With the beads on his Mjolnir and everything. Oh,
Ugh.
I'm in. If they make a replica version of that, I'm in too for that. Oh man, that'd be so good. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that that wave if they make one. Please make one like,
Mhm.
soon. What else? Any TV shows? Loki
Not
season
that-
2?
That's not due for a while, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately no.
Marvel Zombies.
That's more of a you thing.
Well,
Well,
it is
it-
what we are looking. What I'm looking forward to.
Is it animation or is it live action?
I think it's
It's-
animation, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm fine if it's the animation because I really did enjoy What If. There were some things that
you say that, but you ranked it last in your list.
That's
just
the
because
plot's
it
fault.
was.
That's the story's fault, not the animation's fault.
Yeah, exactly. But no,
Haters.
it's the animation kind of grew on me. And like, especially when the toys came out, it was so good. Like, especially Doctor Strange.
Zombie
And-
Cap.
Oh,
It was ranked number 2 on our list. Like it was up there. It was so good.
yeah. And which, because of the series coming out, we'll probably see a wave of legends, which
Iron Man is zombie. Oh,
Build to figure Thanos.
I'm all
Yeah.
in.
yeah.
Thanos should have like a red line going across his face. That'd be pretty cool. Like an alternative head with just like a slight split of what Ultron did to him. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched it.
I would be looking forward to the zombie Spider-Man.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Instead of swinging on his web, he swings on some intestines.
I would like to get an army building zombies. Like give
He's
us army.
hard to find.
I have 2 of them. No, 3 of them. I bought 3 of him.
I see him around sometimes randomly.
but I would like to see army building options of this like generic, random, like even what's the name, Happy in the
Oh,
show.
Hogan, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would like to see a zombie version of him.
And
Just give us a
then Wanda.
Wanda. Just give us. Oh, Wanda would be dope with the glowing red eyes or something like that. Oh my god, that'd be sick.
And the accessory piece will be just Ant-Man's head in a jar.
Yes, that'd be so good. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a good wave. I would love to get from Marvel Legends team. What about figures that are not going to be anything with Hasbro or NECA? What about Mezco? I want to see some Mezco. Like I want to see the Fantastic Four set. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to accomplish that. It's going to be either great or it's going to suck.
I
It's
think
I
it'll
don't
be
think this.
fine. Actually, I've been burned by Wonder Woman, so
Yeah, yeah.
if they get the articulation down for Sue, she's the only one I'd be worried about.
Wonder Woman was a great looking figure with the great accessories, but in terms of his articulation, was a total letdown.
Yeah, and quality control.
Yeah, that's such a disappointment because I really liked everything else about her. Like she's great on this shelf. If you just put her on the shelf there, just let her sit there, she'll be fine. But somebody says, "Hey, can you show her some cool poses she can do?" I'm like, "Yeah, not gonna happen."
I'd rather not fiddle with her for 40
Yeah.
minutes.
Rather not break it.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, no, I want to see the Fantastic Four from Mesco. I want to see Morbius from Mesco. That looks like a really good figure. I want to see Blade and Ghost Rider from them. Man, there's so many good figures coming out for them. I'm going to be so broke. That's going to be crazy. Anything else, gentlemen,
I'm
that you're looking
curious
forward
if
to?
I think they're called Premium DNA, the Battletoads figures, because they
Oh,
were
okay.
affiliated with a company that wasn't so reputable and
Yeah.
who never fulfilled their pre-orders and never got around.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious if they'll ever actually release those.
You're a big
So
fan of them, right?
I do like the Battletoads. I wasn't a big enough fan to put money to pre-order
Okay.
them.
Street Sharks or Battletoads? Which one?
Street Sharks.
All right, there we go. They both look great. They're
I
both
still have mine. He's right here at all times, my little buddy.
ooh, little buddies right there. Anything else,
Nope.
Chris? Nothing? Nope.
No,
You know
anything
what?
else is just a
you know-
surprise.
You know what I'm also looking forward to in 2022 is interacting with people online when we do our lives. It'll be nice to see people come on and chat with us. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to doing some great videos with the help of you two, gentlemen. Thank you for making 2021 great. The rest of the team, of the ANR team, we're just getting started, right? I mean, it's just only been, what, one single year? We are just scratching the surface a little bit. We got tons of things in the works, some exciting stuff coming around the pipeline, and yeah, we can't wait to go out live. So it's coming next week. We are so scared. Well, I'm so scared to go on live, and it'll be so much fun. I think it'll be nice to go on live and see if people come and chat with us and grow this live with us every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget, for anybody who has been listening to us in our podcast as well, we're going to continue with the podcast. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere with the audio, but we're also doing right now the Boba Fett episodes review. So we just started last week. Me and Justin, we did episode 1, and this Wednesday we'll do episode 2, and we'll finish off the Boba Fett and then move on to the next Star Wars stuff that's coming. That's another thing that I'm looking forward to is 2022. See, a bunch of Star Wars TV shows are coming. I know it's not your guys' cup of tea, but it's nice to see some options. Just escape, just to have a chance to escape from something. We all look forward to those things, especially when you come home from work. I know Chris could say, Chris is like, I know what you're
Yes.
talking about. Just escape, right? So it'll be fun. All right, okay. With that being said, wherever you are on the world or the universe, have yourself a great morning, a good day, and a good night. Bye-bye.
All right.
Good night.
See you later.